You have the same blackness in your soul that Scar had. What is your destiny?
I will avenge.
Scar could have chosen the lion who worshipped the ground he slithered on, but instead he picked a cub who wasn't even his. I mean, Nuka was older. He was Zira's firstborn. He was already trying to grow that scraggly teen mane thing. So why was he passed over like leftovers at a hyena buffet? Well, buckle up because we're diving into the tragic truth about why Scar abandoned Nuka. And trust me, it's darker than you think. Let's start with the obvious. Nuka should have been king. Like on paper, he checked all the boxes. He was the eldest male, son of Zira, Scar's most fanatical follower. Practically Scar's stepson. But then, boom, Kovu shows up, and Scar's like, yep, that one. That's my mini-me. Just like that, Nuka's future crumbles. And here's the kicker. Zira agreed. His own mother went all in on Kovu. Talk about family betrayal on a Shakespearean level. It wasn't just Scar and Zira sipping the Kovu Kool-Aid. Everyone in the Outlands adored him. Even after Scar died, the lionesses were still like, Kovu will avenge him. Kovu will reclaim the Pride Lands. Kovu will restore Scar's legacy. Meanwhile, Nuka's still back there chewing bark and muttering to himself. But here's the twist. These lionesses hated Simba. You'd think they'd want the actual son of Mufasa back on the throne, right? Nope. To them, Simba was a traitor, the enemy, the guy who took Scar's kingdom and left them all to rot in the Outlands, where the only thing growing is resentment and termite mounds. So Scar's replacement couldn't come from Simba's bloodline. But it also couldn't be Nuka, because apparently he wasn't good enough. That left one cub with just the right vibe. Kovu. He was basically Outland royalty, handpicked by Scar. Clean, calm, built like a leader. And Nuka? Just the loud, twitchy backup dancer to someone else's destiny. Let's be real. Nuka was a lot. The kind of guy who talks over everyone, makes weird noises, laughs when no one's joking. The one you avoid sitting next to at the lion campfire because you just know he's gonna start ranting about how he could have been king if it weren't for the politics. But here's the kicker. He didn't start that way. No one is born annoying. That kind of energy, that constant need to be noticed, be praised, be validated, that comes from years of being ignored. Think about it.
Who are you?
Nuka! Hey, Nuka!
Kovu! Tell him to let me up!
A friend of yours?
He's the oldest cub, firstborn, which in lion terms is supposed to be a big deal. You're meant to be the next in line, the leader in training. But the moment Kovu shows up, all soft-furred and Scar's chosen one, Nuka gets bumped down the food chain. Suddenly, he's not the heir, he's the spare. And Zira, instead of lifting him up, doubles down. She treats him like the family embarrassment, the project that never worked out. So what does Nuka do? He goes loud. He becomes the clown, the try-hard, the look at me, I'm useful too guy. He jokes, he schemes, he puffs up his chest like he's king material, but nobody's buying it. Because when you're constantly overlooked, you either shut down or you get obnoxious. And Nuka chose the second path, loud enough to be heard even if it meant being laughed at. But that only pushed people further away. Even Vitani, his own little sister, barely respected him. To her, he was the weird older brother who talked big, but delivered nothing. The kind of guy who barked orders, but tripped over his own paws. And the more they dismissed him, the more he spiraled. He's not evil. He's exhausted from pretending, from trying, from always being Plan B in a world that only rewards Plan A. That twitchy energy, that scratchy voice, that constant need to prove himself, it's not just a personality, it's a symptom of neglect, of shame. of a desperate need to matter. And deep down, I think Nuka knew he was never going to be king. But if he couldn't rule the Pride Lands, he was damn sure going to rule the conversation, even if it made everyone roll their eyes. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the Outlands. Or rather, the lion who looks like he wrestled an elephant and lost. I'm talking about Nuka's appearance, which was not exactly air material. Mangy, twitchy, always scratching. It's like the poor guy was personally victimized by every termite in the Pride Lands. Now, let's set the record straight. This wasn't just bad luck. This was the visual representation of how far he'd fallen from Scar's favor. Remember, lions are supposed to be majestic, sleek, regal. Think Simba, all shiny mane and royal posture. Nuka looked like he hadn't bathed since Scar was alive. And before we go blaming his hygiene, let's talk about his living conditions. The Outlands weren't exactly a 5-star savanna resort. They lived in a termite mound. Literal termite mound. So yeah, if you're wondering why Nuka's always twitching, scratching, and acting like he's one bite away from madness, it's because he probably was. He's got that wild, unkempt look of someone who's not just physically uncomfortable, but mentally unwell. His mane's scraggly, his fur's patchy, and his eyes constantly darting around like he thinks someone's gonna jump him at any second, which, in the Outlands, they might. But here's the deeper truth. In the animal kingdom, and especially in lion prides, health equals power. A lion who looks sick, that's a lion who gets left behind. And Nuka was a walking red flag. If you were building a new pride, the last thing you'd want is a shaky, scratching, semi-feral mess trying to represent your legacy. He looked like Scar's forgotten experiment, not his chosen heir. Scar was cunning. He ruled through intimidation and fear. And Nuka, bless him, didn't exactly inspire awe. He inspired concern, maybe pity, definitely discomfort. And nature doesn't care about feelings. When a pack, or a pride, senses weakness, they adapt. They push that member aside, not out of cruelty, but survival. Even in real lion behavior, sick lions are tolerated only if they can keep up with the group. If they can't, the pride moves on. Scar knew this. He saw Nuka's instability, his frailty, his twitchy desperation, and while Scar might have had his own twisted code of leadership, he wasn't about to hand his legacy to someone who couldn't even get through the day without a full-body scratch. So Nuka was never groomed to rule, because to Scar he was already falling apart. And the worst part? Nuka knew it too. You can see it in his eyes, especially in the later scenes of The Lion King 2. Behind all the bluster and desperate bragging is a lion who knows he's not king material. But he keeps showing up anyway, because he wants to be, more than anything. But in the wild, and in Scar's cold, calculating world, wanting isn't enough. You have to be the strongest, the smartest, the most ruthless, and Nuka was itchy. Now this next part might blow your mane back. There's a fan theory that suggests Nuka had neurosis of the brain. That would explain the tremors, the mood swings, the twitchy energy. If Scar picked up on any of that, he probably thought, this one's not built to rule. He's built to unravel. Say what you will about Scar, but the dude was strategic. He wanted someone who could survive the throne, not be destroyed by it. Enter Kovu. But here's the part that really breaks your heart. Nuka wasn't kicked out. He was just left behind. Scar didn't exile him. He didn't even try to fix him. He just moved on. That's what made it so cruel. Nuka grew up in the shadow of greatness, knowing he'd never wear the crown. He stayed close, hoping, begging for approval. But he was never groomed to lead. He was just tolerated. Like the runt of the litter who never gets picked to hunt. When Nuka finally tries to prove himself by attacking Simba, He ends up crushed to death by falling logs. And in his final breath, he cries, "I'm sorry, Mother.
I'm sorry, Mother. I tried.
I tried." And just like that, the lion who no one believed in, who just wanted to matter, dies trying to earn the love he never got. That's not just a side plot, that's Shakespeare-level heartbreak in a kid's movie. So no, Scar didn't hate Nuka, but he abandoned him. Not out of cruelty, but out of cold, calculated instinct. Still, that doesn't make it any less tragic, because Nuka, in all his flaws and freakouts, just wanted to be seen. And in the end, he never truly was. If you love this deep dive into the Lion King's dark side, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell faster than Simba running from his responsibilities. Got a theory about Scar, Kovu, or Nuka? Drop it in the comments and check out the next video on the channel.